Padre. I think I'm a little bit more awake today. I think I'm a little bit behind. So we're just gonna get a rolling using Sterling Christmas Eve. Just purely for the scent. Love the scent. I don't know where my aftershave is, so we're doing a bit of a walk. And you add some water here, I think. Doing a walk through the woods shave today. In honor of my new brush from Graydog on shavingcadre.com. And if you watch my YouTube channel, you'll see that Dave in Kentucky and I already did a thank you video to him. But gotta take it out for the first spin. So let me rinse off the handle just a bit here and I'll show you. Because it's the quilted brush, and you'll see why, because of the, let me get my mug out of the way. Mr. Elmer Fudd was nice to point out that the brushes are a lot prettier than the two Daves were. Anyway, super cool. So it's made out of here, I got them written down. Walnut, cherry, lacewood, oak, and maple. So I got tree smelling soap, wood oriented brush, doing a Rockwell 6S purely for the speed factor today. I don't know. I guess being behind is all in my mind. I like to get to work at a certain time. I don't punch in or out or anything, so they're not really a late, but there is in my mind. I mentally have a time I want to get out of there, so I got a time that I figure out how to show up to do that. Anyway, I guess that's just the way my mind works, because I just had 5 days off for the move, but they weren't totally off. I had to keep up on emails, had some conference calls, listen to some safety briefings and stuff. But that's the way it goes. Still trying to get into the routine here too. I was gonna say my commute used to be about 5 minutes. Probably if I'm right. It's probably maybe 6 or 7. Pretty short anyway. Now we're a couple miles down the highway. I think we moved 4.5 miles or something like that. Anyway, but I think now the commute is, I have no idea how long it is. I think probably 15 minutes. It's not long, it's not a commute I can complain about, but when I had a routine that got me there at a certain time, it's not the same time anymore. I'm also hoping I'm hitting all the right spots. The mirror's all foggy. This bathroom doesn't have a exhaust fan, which is odd. And they have to fix the window. It's one of those that slides up and down and doesn't want to stay up right now, so I shower with the door cracked open and then shut it to do my video for sound. And of course that's right after my shower, so the mirror fogs up again. Should be all right. We did a blindfold shave once as a stunt shave. That turned out okay. Mr. Major Rich from the shaving cadre. Guess you can't use Mr. and a rank in the same time. Asked a little bit about the Tesla because I mentioned in my journal that don't have a charger at this house. The house we just left, I installed kind of a fast charger for it. I could pretty much charge the whole thing from dead to full overnight. And so mentioned that I've been going to superchargers now to charge it up, and that'll kind of be my future as long as we live here. And he was asking how long does it take to charge from dead to all the way charged. And it's funny because I'm a little hesitant to answer it, because sometimes if you're not into Teslas and hearing about, charging it, what a hassle, and why would anybody want to do that, it sounds like more of a pain than it probably is. But then the other thing is that a lot of us Tesla folks get into trouble for talking about Teslas too much. And so to explain the whole thing and all the little ins and outs and all that stuff, it's like, hey, that's all you want to talk about. So I figure I'll do it here. I can talk a little faster than I can type. And then I've got a time limit of until my shave is done, starting with the Thayer's Lemon. So to answer Rich's question, how long does it take? There's not an answer, because it depends. It's a battery electrical system, so it depends on the temperature, basically how warm or cold the battery is. If it's really cold outside, it's got to heat the battery up to get it up to a certain temperature before it starts charging it. And then even so, warmer outside will let it charge faster than colder outside. Depends how much charge is in it. I think the intent of the whole thing is you're not going all the way down and all the way up and all the way down and all the way up. Especially if you have a charger at home, a lot of folks will just plug it in at night and just kind of keep topping it off. Also, it's not great for the battery to charge it up to 100% all the time. There's dispute over what Mr. Elon Musk intended. But daily charge is anywhere from 80 to 90%. 90% in theory in the perfect world gives me a range of about 235 miles. So having said all that, and also the more depleted your battery is, it'll charge faster at the beginning, and as you get closer to 100%, it slows down the charge. And it really depends on the charger. So the supercharger I go to, the best I get is it's weird how you calculate it, but we'll say it charges at about 200 miles an hour. So when I first plug it in, if I leave it there for an hour, I'll get 200 miles worth of charge. It doesn't stay at 200. When I unplug it, when I'm done, I charge to about 90%. It'll be charging around 90 miles an hour. And again, you don't want to take it too low. I mean, some people do, but then it starts freaking you out because you can't just pull into any gas station if you run out of charge. So maybe the easiest answer is when I go there, I spend about an hour. And a lot of these superchargers are attached to malls and things. Oh, so I was going to say, some superchargers will charge much faster than that. I've seen posts where they're up around 400, 500 miles an hour. And when you're doing a road trip, you don't stop and charge from like almost nothing all the way up. you put a route into your Tesla, into the maps, and it tells you where to stop along the way and how much to charge to just to get to the next one. Pretty much it gives you some cushion. But the thought being is that it, when you're on a road trip, you don't want to sit there and charging from the last 80 to 90% because it's charging much slower. You want to say charge from 20 to 60 and then drive to the next one and charge from 20 to 60 again, because that will give you the least amount of time sitting there charging. You do just doing it during when it's the fastest. And then you also be getting superchargers that are probably faster. So I think doing road trips, every stop is probably 30 minutes or so. Anyway, but when I go, I stay there for about an hour. It's attached to the mall. A lot of these are attached to strip malls or restaurants or things like that, so you can do other stuff while your car's sitting there charging. Grocery stores. I go in the early morning hour just to, I don't know, just because it's a chore that I want to just get done and not have it in the middle of my day unless the family wants to go to the mall, and then it's a no problem. But I have a little vacuum cleaner I keep in the frunk. It's the front trunk because there's no engine. A little battery powered Dyson thing. So I'll vacuum out the car, and I've got leather wipes and cleaning wipes and glass cleaner and all that stuff. So I'll spiffy up the car and then just relax, reading the Cadre or listening to an audiobook or whatever. So anyway, long answer to the short question that could have had even a longer answer. So anyway, there we go. Thank you, Graydog, for the beautiful brush. It's gorgeous. As he pointed out, he does not sell these. That's how I ended up getting one. I reached out and said, wow, that brush you made yourself was beautiful. Do you do commissions? How much? And he said, nope. But he ended up sending me a smile, I think as he liked to say. So don't bombard him with, can I buy one? Can I get all this stuff? I think he kind of implied that he might be sending out more from time to time. And I assume that he kind of chooses his I was going to say victims, but not victims. I wanted my aftershave to keep with the wood theme. We're going with West Coast Shaving number 14 Sequoia to keep up the wood and the trees. And anyway, there we go. Finish it off. You're having a good week. I'll see you on the forums.